Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. Excited to offer you guys, as you'll see in this video, a gorgeous, fully serviced, very well built 2000 Jeep Cherokee XJ Limited, four-wheel drive. This is a two-owner vehicle. Everything mentioned here in this video has been done here in-house by Davis Autosports. Excuse some of the background. We do have some construction going on the building itself, and then obviously we're in our reconditioning area of the shop. Now, if you guys are familiar with us here at Davis Autosports, we have a very large body shop. We have at any time 30 full restorations getting done here. I mean, major jobs. 90% of what's in our body shop are complete repaints where we completely disassemble the vehicles, everything. Those are very expensive restorations, and on a lot of our jobs, what we do is we outsource some of our repaints to a local body shop. This Jeep, being that it's not going to be one of our 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 Jeeps, we went ahead and had one of our body shops that we work with repaint it. It's very good quality. It's a paint job that you would get at any body shop. However, it's not one of our $20,000 paint jobs, and the price reflects it, but completely repainted to a factory color. When we got it in, we did wet sand and buff it to get a super nice finish. So whole exterior was repainted. It's a common service that we do here, being that we try to provide the cleanest, nicest Cherokees around. They're known to have thinning of clear coat, scratching. They're 20, 25-year-old Jeeps. So complete paint job top to bottom. When we got it back, once again, we completely wet sanded it. Most of the Jeeps that we bring to market, majority of them are stage 2, and we're finding that some people like the look of a stage 2, but they don't really need a 3-inch suspension system, 31s. So we introduced this package years ago. It's essentially a stage 1. This one's technically like a 1.5, if you will. But we have a full 2-inch lift, and just like any other suspension package that we do here, there's no spacers, there's no adapters, it's full suspension. We have a ton of pictures on our website, davisautosports.com. Every single suspension and steering component underneath this Jeep is brand spanking new, down to the bushings. So new shocks, new coils, tie rod bar, tie rod ends, track bar, steering stabilizer, sway bar end links, bushings, new lower and upper control arms, leaf springs, shackles, you name it, it's all been done. Once again, a ton of pictures on our website. Of course, we service this Jeep top to bottom. The engine has a brand new rear main seal, oil pan gasket, valve cover gasket, oil housing gasket. Of course, new oil filter, new oil itself. The entire drive line has been done, front differential, transmission, transfer case, rear differential. The entire brake system is also brand new. New rotors, calipers, pads, new drums and shoes in the back. So the entire brake system also completely done. We went ahead and it had an original AC system in the Jeep as well. So new AC compressor, evaporator, orifice tube, receiver, dryer, condenser, heater core. That's a major job by itself. If you were to go to a Jeep dealership, because the dash has to come out for the evaporator and heater core, I've seen invoices as high as $4,000 for that entire service. So we also have a brand new exhaust system. All this stuff that I'm going over, we have pictures on our website of all the stuff getting installed at the time of installation. This is a very unique limited in the sense that not all limiteds have these options. So this has leather seats. It's got dual power seats, which it's very rare for the passenger to have full power seats. Heated seats, overhead center console, infinity sound system. So she's completely loaded up for a limited, every option. 242 all-wheel drive transfer case, also has a locking rear differential, limited slip differential, I apologize. So all that stuff is very, very rare. So I'm gonna do a close-up of every single panel on this Jeep. Now, a lot of you guys that have been following us, you guys are used to our very, very high-end paint jobs. And once again, this is a very good paint job, but it's not one of our $20,000 paint jobs. Brand new tires. We didn't want to go with a 31, so this is roughly about a 30-inch tire. It fits the 2.5-inch lift perfectly. I mentioned we did brakes. You can also see in the background next to the shock, new brake lines, new hoses. This also has a new master cylinder, so extremely thoroughly serviced. All this, the Jeep does have 95,000 miles, but a majority of the stuff we replaced. These engines and drive lines absolutely will go forever if taken care of. Refinish the top rack as well. Now we do get some comments from time to time about emblems and everything else. A lot of our paint jobs have recently been done. And you really shouldn't put any emblems or decals back on it for at least 60 to 90 days ideally, because there's still gases that are emitting out from the clear coat. So if you want emblems and decals, we will be more than happy to put those on for you. And also with that said, if there's anything else you want to upgrade or add to this, whether it's LED headlights, maybe a low profile roof rack, we'll be more than happy to do so. New control arms, as we talked about, new coils, shocks, brake lines. A lot of what you're seeing is reflections off of the floor. Part of our servicing and suspension and everything that we do here, and we do have photos of this on our website, is we don't just install suspension and steering on our Jeeps. We drop the axles off of the Jeep, we get them on the ground, we media blast them. We spend a lot of time cleaning up everything, and you'll see pictures of that. Once we're done, we coat them, we seal them. So it's a lot more than just installing a lift kit and some suspension components and bushings. We literally bring everything down, redo it all. This one also, in addition to everything I spouted out, has brand new ball joints as well. So you can see the new ball joints there. As we're down here, a new tie rod bar, tie rod ends, drag link bar, steering stabilizer, sway bar end links, coils, bump stops, front sway bar bushings. There's your new oil pan gasket, new control arms, new hardware. All of this hardware is grade 10. It's installed by one tech, then a second tech comes through and retorques and checks the torquing and marks it that it's been inspected. So literally everything underneath this You have new high fellow cat, new muffler, and you can see even the transmission pan right there. We don't just service it. Once again, we drop it, clean it up, sand it down, refinish it, so everything is nice and beautiful. This Jeep, obviously with a 2-inch lift, does not need a slip yoke eliminator, but we did, however, as you see, drop the transfer case to just get everything aligned a little bit better. But even the diff covers get sanded down, all new gray tin hardware, so that doesn't rust up over time, and you can easily remove this without having rusted bolts. So we also have a brand new alternator on this Jeep as well, so the list really keeps going on and on and on. We do a ton of little things like either new wiper arms or repaint them, new wiper blades. It's got a brand new Virginia State inspection. This is a brand spanking new windshield as well, new seal. I invite you to find any 90,000 mile Jeep anywhere in the world this clean, this nice. Inside, as I touched on, fully loaded Limited. Not all Limiteds are created equal. You have leather seats, power seats on both sides. All 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, all 8-way power on both seats work absolutely flawless, which that's very rare within itself. We have a Jeep right there that we're actually replacing the worm gears, the spider gears, everything, because they rarely work. So I can tell you they've either recently been replaced or have been replaced by the current owner, because you don't find them 20 years old still working. Factory upgraded Limited Infinity sound system, which once again, it's an option within the Limited. It's got the Infinity amplifier underneath the seat, cruise control, dual heated seats, and P242 all-wheel drive transfer case, nice wood grain faux, if you will, but extremely clean. Steering wheel isn't gunky, and everything's exactly as it should be. We did do the headliner. We also did the material on the overhead console, which is a nice feature of the Limited. We did the sun visors as well. Full steam clean of all the carpets. See, the door sills are nice and clean. Now, typically we have a matte leather finish that we use in the shop. Our reconditioning vendor, one of them, promised us, he was like, hey, we got this new one, it's matte. It's not matte, but what's nice about it, it's not greasy either. So it has a sheen, and I think that's more or less what he was referring to. A lot of leather finishers, because you have a leather cleaner, then you have like a conditioner. So this is a conditioner that goes on top. So it has a sheen, but it looks like it would be very oily. And if you look at my fingertips, it's not at all. So I think that's what he was referring to. So most that have this sheen, you touch them, it's greasy, where this isn't. So it's actually pretty cool. But I still prefer the matte look myself. So what we'll probably end up doing is get a damp rag and just wipe all that. But however, once again, not greasy at all. So that's pretty neat. What I really like about the previous owner on this guy is they did not put a bunch of stuff in the back seat pocket, so it's nice and tight, which that's very hard to come across. Headrests are in phenomenal condition. The whole interior was insanely well taken care of. Factory carpets, they're absolutely as clean as can be. Dog legs are perfect. Bottom of the door is very clean. Just an absolutely beautiful Jeep. Rear shocks on the gate, perfect. Full size spare. Back seat isn't all tore up. Looks like we went ahead and replaced a set of speakers, and as you see, we don't use anything cheap here. This is a Pulp DB 6.5. So even though there's a 5 1/4 speaker, we put a 6.5 in here. This is I believe a 3-way speaker. It's an expensive speaker, so no skimping here at BAS. No gouges anywhere. Usually these have hairline cracks and they're broken from years of shoving stuff in. Seals, great condition. I mean, this is a Beautiful, beautiful example right here. Once again, all I say 8-way, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8-way seats on each side work absolutely perfect. No hiccups whatsoever. You do have your books and manuals. Also comes with the gray security key, which is nice. So it's the upgraded chip key. 3-band equalizer, infinity sound system. I mean, still has the clip in place. It's not broken. That's very rare. Beautiful Jeep. I'm sure there's some other things that we did to it that aren't mentioned in this video, so make sure to go to our website, davisautosports.com. We'll have a full list of all the services, all the parts, all the upgrades, everything that you would want to know about this Jeep. I can tell you when our Jeeps hit the market, they're usually sold within a day, 2 or 3 at the most, and the ones that last longer is because I probably missed an email or a phone call. So if you see this Jeep on eBay and there's an auction, we list probably 30 vehicles a month on eBay and 0 sell on eBay. People call in before the auctions are over or whatever the case may be. So 855-XJ Jeeps, that's 855-955-3377. Thanks for viewing.